Hey everyone, it's Friday. I'm not late. See, I knew the fingers crossing would help. It's week 7, and basically the question is, what does it mean to me to essentially label myself? What is my definition of these labels, and how do I feel about it, and how am I so sure? Um, to be completely honest and frank, I identify as a bigendered female. Um, I also identify as gay. In the first video, I said that I identify as a lesbian, and that isn't true whatsoever. Um, a lot of my more serious relationships have been with females, but I, I wouldn't limit myself um, to just females. I also would not identify as pansexual or bisexual because I do essentially fall for the person's inward appearance more so than their outward appearance. Um, So if that, I mean, that's usually how it should be, but of course there is some sort of attraction that has to be there for me. But like right now, not to get too much into my personal life, but a lot of you have been digging and asking on Tumblr, like, who am I dating? Why haven't I talked about them? Um, but I give you little short previews here and there, but I am dating a guy. Um, he's wonderful, and that's all you really need to know. Um, what is my definition of anything? I'd really prefer not to go into that too much. What you want to identify and how you want to define that is on you. It's on you because really no one can tell you how you feel. What you feel is correct, a correct label for yourself. Um, If you're a can of Campbell's cream of mushroom and you want to wear a chicken noodle label, by all means, wear a chicken noodle label, and I'll I'll eat you like chicken noodle soup, and I wouldn't think anything other than that. That wasn't a sexual pun, by the way. That's just the only thing I could think of. Um, how do I know that I feel and know that I am the way that I identify or that I choose to label myself? Um, it took a long time to come to this realization to be able to comfortably put a label on how I feel about myself. Um, you just know. Um, I've never really felt like one of the girls. I've always been you're pretty. I don't know why I'm air quoting everything, but bear with me. I've never really felt like one of the girls. I've always been a tomboy. I've always just been that really form-fitting tomboy, and that's also a very gender rolled title as well. My brother, I'd like to say, he's also a tomboy, but he's a male biologically. I'm female biologically, but it doesn't make any difference. We're both tomboys in different aspects. Um, it's the only thing that seems right. Identifying as bigendered isn't necessarily genderqueer, but it is. It's in that same vicinity, if you will. It's in that same kind of thought process. I don't fit comfortably um, as a girl by society's norms of things. That being said, it's not like I don't feel comfortable in females' clothes or wearing doing stereotypical female things, because I do, but I also feel extremely comfortable in the reverse gender role. Um, that's kind of hard to grasp too. And how do I know this? It's not necessarily a way of knowing, as it's been my reality. It wasn't like I woke up one day and was like, duh. It was just kind of, this is just how I've always been, and I shouldn't feel pressured to changing myself or changing the way that I think because of different pressures from outside sources, um, those including family and friends and school or work, the media. Um, and I used to work in the media, so I got myself out of that because I wasn't fitting the norms that I was expected to fit into, and it made my job more difficult. Um, but that's about it. I'm just your average person who just gets on with their day, and I don't expect you to see me or treat me anything less than someone someone you don't know. If I'm treating you with respect, I expect the same respect in return, despite how I may identify or label myself. Um, but that's all. There's not much else I feel like expressing about this topic unless you have direct questions. If you do, you can always hit me up on the comments below here. I will also post the link to my Tumblr if you wish to stalk the shit out of my Tumblr or ask me questions. Feel free to. But for now, the rest of you have a wonderful weekend, a safe weekend, and I will see you all next Friday. Take care.